Alright, this is going to be a video on what we spray on our garden. It's one mix. I use our Home Depot sprayer here. We use deer and rabbit repellent liquid fence. It's all food grade ingredients, you know, rotten eggs, tarragon oil, and thyme oil, and rotten garlic. Very stinky. And so this is like about 2 gallons, and I just eyeball it. I do like a quarter, a third of a container, do a heavy mix. So it lasts a solid 2 weeks to repel deer. Deer will just eat up our garden. Rabbits, groundhogs. Doesn't work on raccoons.
As we
what
now
works
know.
on raccoons is instant death. That's all. Neem oil, that repels the bugs. And yeah, I bought this at Home Depot a long time ago, and I'm gonna use it up. I probably wouldn't get Bear Corporation next time. I'd probably get a more natural version, but that is what it is. So you pour, and I'll show you. Just eyeball it. Whoa. Get a good couple chugs of neem oil in there. That makes it not very tasty for the bugs. And I was told to, got this from John Kohler on Growing Your Greens. The neem oil and the Dr. Bronner's. Use a little Dr. Bronner's as well, and I use a little more than what he says, and it works. This mix, I don't know what about both of these. I don't know if you need both, but I use both. I did what he said. And our broccoli, after doing that, our broccoli came out with very few of those green larvae on there that eat them up, and it really worked. So I think that these work, so I'm using them, and definitely the liquid fence works. Eventually we'll make like a smoothie out of rotten garlic and rotten eggs and tarragon oil and thyme oil and whatever we can do. But until we do that, I'll just be buying that. That's like 40 bucks. It's like 35 bucks a bottle. You get 3 or 4 good applications. I'm gonna put more to make it stronger.
You don't need more though.
Yeah, I used very little. There you go. And it works for a good 2-3 weeks. And then we put this stuff back. Rolling over here where we finish our mix. Take this, and just follow me through the process. I wonder if it's getting a little dark outside. You see all the cats. That's our mouse prevention team.
Gracie.
Alright. Throw this up. And get over here. Okay. No distracted by cats. Yep. A little bit of warm water, a little bit of cold water, kind of fill it up to the max. Nope, still more. That's pretty much it. Like that. Okay. Now, okay. And we shake that up. Okay, good. Needless to say, you want to harvest before you spray this.
Because it smells awful.
Keeps the deer away though.
It definitely works.
Now we will. Is it showing up on the camera?
Yep.
Beautiful out here right now.
It is.
It's a little late. here's how you adjust it. You want this to spray far, so you don't have to walk down every row. You can spray 3-4 rows, or 2 or 3 rows of it. Corn's already shot from the raccoons, but I'll still spray. And here's how fast you can do a 1/4 acre garden with this thing. Follow me around here. Yep, got a lot of those. See, there's our cucumbers. You get 3-4 rows here. At least 3 rows. Peppers don't need it so much. Cabbages, it helps with the worms. Really get it in there. You still hit the corn from here. You hit everything. I'm hitting the peppers. The peppers don't need it. I hit the peppers just to keep the deer out of the garden.
Yeah.
It's just something for it to stay on. There's a weed growing up taller than the peppers. You also want to weed, not only harvest before you do this, you want to weed before you do it, because you want to be weeding with this stinky stuff here. This is really getting in there, see? In the cabbages where worms eat it, you want that neem oil, you want to make sure you get rid of those bugs. Now our cabbages, yeah, you see a few bug holes, but they're almost perfect, because most of the time our cabbage would be shot. It would be, well, it'd be really full of holes. Doing 3 rows at a time here. Seems like it's moving slow, but it's not. You get all the way to the corn. That's 4 rows. Peppers loaded down. Zucchinis. Every once in a while you have to take this thing out. I don't know if I'm going overkill showing you how I'm spraying everything, but at least walking through 1 row with this video, you can see how I can move quickly and get 1, 2, 3, 4 rows. Yeah, 4 rows totally covered. We already picked our cilantro, so we can spray it. I'm going to spray the basil too. I'm going to spray the basil because these bugs have been hitting us. There's bugs on there. See that? They laid eggs. That's the neem oil. So when you're spraying to get the neem oil and the Dr. Bronner's on there, you spray it heavy. For the deer, you're just spraying light. The deer aren't going to eat this, but boy, the bugs just started on our basil. I don't know why. I'd never heard of that before, but they did. The rose beetles. There. Oh, those are potatoes. Yeah, there's 4 rows. 4 rows there in a couple minutes. I don't think I have to show you the whole garden, but you get the picture. And yeah, when you're just hitting something that bugs don't bother, like zucchini, you just hit it really light. That'll keep the deer off for 2-3 weeks max. When you're hitting something that bugs are eating up, just drench it. Then you drench it because you want that neem oil on there. With these watermelon, nothing bothers that, but I'll hit it just to keep the deer out. Potatoes, nothing really bothers that. Sweet potatoes, the deer love sweet potatoes. Definitely want to spray your sweet potatoes. Honeydews, I'm spraying them. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't think we need to show spraying the entire garden.
All right.
But by the way, I'm 1/3 of the way done with the garden. That's 1/3 of the 1/4 acre garden.